Here comes your pre-market summary for Wednesday, September 14th. It's the day after the biggest tumble for U.S. stocks since June of 2020. Looking like we're heading back into negative territory here in the pre-market already, giving back some gains that futures were holding on to initially. But yeah, some red numbers already once again. 0.15 there for the S&P, the Dow 0.04, still holding on to positive territory. The only one, though, already 0.25% now downside after being higher initially for the NASDAQ. That all followed what happened yesterday. The biggest tumble, as I said, for U.S. stocks since June of 2020 yesterday, following hotter than expected inflation data that came out pre-market. CPI, higher than expected yesterday morning. This morning we'll get PPI, the producer price index, not as closely watched, but still a key indication as to what the Fed might do coming up next week. Remember, the next interest rate decision coming on Wednesday. Next week, the 21st, we'll get that hike. Whether it'll be 75 basis points, whether it'll be 100 basis points remains to be seen. There's the SPY. Big, ugly red candle right back to 392 yesterday. Will this low hold? And if it does not, do we get a retest of that June low? A few things we're watching this morning, including PayPal. A surprisingly strong stock yesterday, held up better than most yesterday. Raymond James with an upgrade on PayPal this morning, so we'll have a look at that possibly for a move through the high. EV stocks were surprisingly strong as well. A lot of talk about NIO and their new ET5 model coming out. Lower price model should be a big hit for them over in China. NKLA on an upgrade, doing things this morning after moving right back to, I'll move that over so you can see, moving right back to recent lows for NKLA shares. StarBucks made a big move on an upgrade, a corporate upgrade for SBUX. We had a nice higher close after starting the session on a gap to the downside. Apple back on watch as well. A number of things in the works possibly for Apple, including a subscription service. Remember, they announced this earlier in the year, and it got a bit of a negative response initially, but apparently they're still working on a subscription service for their hardware. Check out the watch list, guys, on its way out to you right now. You can get it right in your inbox now. Use the QR code on screen, then come join us at 8:30. Again, PPI reading comes out at 8:30 this morning. Again, it won't be as big of a market mover as we saw yesterday with CPI, but still a closely watched number. Another exciting day to come on TraderTV.Live.